All right, future EDPNA representatives, welcome. If you're getting ready for that big exam, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to tackle your most important tool and maybe your biggest headache, the Title 20 Electronic Code of Federal Regulations, or ECFR. Let's get you ready to absolutely crush it. So, you've probably heard it a million times, right? The EDPRNA exam is open book, which must mean it's going to be a total cakewalk. I mean, how hard can it be when all the answers are sitting right there in front of you? Yeah, about that. That is, without a doubt, the single biggest trap people fall into. This exam isn't really a test of what you know. It's a test of how fast you can find what you need. That clock on the wall, that's your real opponent here. Which brings us to what I call the open book trap. And trust me, understanding this is the absolute first step you need to take to walk out of that exam with a passing score. Here's the deal, plain and simple. The myth is, hey, it's open book, I can just chill and look things up. But the reality, it's more like being dropped into the middle of a gigantic digital library, blindfolded and told to find into one specific sentence, while a timer is counting down. Without a plan, that ECFR is a maze, not a map. So, how do we beat the maze? How do we turn that confusing mess of regulations into your own personal GPS? Well, allow me to introduce you to your secret weapon for exam day. We're going to call it the hunt. Now, don't worry, this isn't some boring homework drill. Think of the Title 20 scavenger hunt as active training. It's like an athlete running drills. You're building muscle memory, so when exam day comes, you're not thinking, you're just doing. You'll be able to zap directly to the right regulation without even blinking. It's all about making navigation second nature. Okay, enough talk. Let's get our hands dirty. We're opening our first case file, and this one is all about you. We're talking scenarios that deal with the rules for representatives. So picture this, and trust me, this one will come up. A claimant walks in and says, I want my sister to represent me. Great, but she's not an attorney. So somewhere in that massive digital rulebook, there's a list of qualifications she has to meet. Where do you even begin to look? And boom, here's how the hunt works. Your clue, the key search term you need, is qualifications of representative. You pop that in, and it takes you straight to your target, 20 CFR section 404.10705B. No more scrolling for days. You're in, you get the answer, and you're out. That's a direct hit. Okay, next up, let's talk about something we all care about, getting paid. As a non-attorney, you want to be set up for direct payment from Social Security. So what are the magic words? What keywords do you need to find the official list of prerequisites? The clue you're looking for is eligible non-attorney. That little phrase takes you right where you need to go. 20 CFR, section 404.1717. That's the regulation that has the whole checklist, your degree, your insurance, the whole shebang. See? Knowing the right term is like having a key to a secret door. And one last one for this section, this is a biggie. As a professional, there are rules of the road. There are things you can do, and more importantly, things you absolutely cannot do. So where do you find the official code of conduct that lays all this out? It's just that simple. Your clue, rules of conduct. Your target, 20 CFR, section 404.1740. This is where you'll find the standards you have to live by. You absolutely 100% need to know where this is. It's non-negotiable. Okay, great job. Let's close that file and open a new one. We're shifting gears from the rules about you to the tricky situations you're going to face with your claimants. Oh yeah, you are going to see this one a lot. An SSI claimant trying to do the right thing gives their house to their son for $1. Well-intentioned, maybe, but now you have a huge mess on your hands. How does this transfer of resources impact their eligibility? And would you look at that? The clue was hiding in plain sight the whole time, right in the question itself, transfer of resources. You search for that and you land directly on 20 CFR section 416.1246. That's the rule that untangles this whole tricky situation. The topic is complex, for sure, but finding the rule doesn't have to be. Okay, here's a bit of a curveball, one that checks if you're up on a major policy change. Remember the old treating physician rule where their opinion got special weight? Well, for claims filed after March 27, 2017, that rule is gone. Poof. The way SSA evaluates medical opinions is completely different. So how do they do it now? And here's a pro tip for you. Sometimes you have options. Your clue could be a broad term like medical opinions, or you could use the new keywords SSA is looking for, supportability and consistency. And guess what? Both roads lead to the same destination, 20 CFR section 404.1520C. It's good to have a couple of ways to get to the right answer. All right, let's wrap up our case files with my favorite kind of scenario, a positive one. Your client on SSDI is feeling better and wants to try going back to work. That's awesome. But you have to advise them correctly on the trial work period. So, for the year 2026, what's the exact dollar amount that defines a services month?
And again, the answer is right there in the question. Your clue, trial work period. That takes you directly to your target, 20 CFR, section 404.1592. This is your one-stop shop for the definitions and the specific earnings numbers you need. And just like that, you've seen how this scavenger hunt method cuts right through the noise on a whole bunch of critical topics.
So, you've seen the strategy. You get the concept. Now let's give you a few power-ups to make you even faster on exam day. It's time to open up your Pro Navigation Toolkit.
Okay, there are 3 tools you absolutely have to master. First, the Jump To box on the ECFR website. If you know the citation number, think of this as your teleporter. It zaps you there instantly. Second, your best friend on any long web page. Control F or Command F on a Mac. Use it to find specific keywords once you're on the right page. And third, and this is so important, know what isn't in the ECFR. Key policies like Social Security rulings or SSRs are totally separate. So if you're looking for the rule on vocational evidence, SSR 24-3P, you will not find it in Title 20. Knowing that saves you from wasting precious minutes on a wild goose chase.
So let's bring it all home. That open book exam, it's not a test of memory, it's a test of skill. You now have the strategy. You've got the tools. The ECFR is no longer a maze, it's your map. With the exam coming up on June 3rd to 6th, 2026, there's really only one question left. Are you ready for the hunt?